glimpse of China. It was July 4th, and I was running on the street. The air was filled with the smell of gunpowder, and with the smell of fireworks in my nose and the intense relationship between the US and China in my heart. And China is my hometown while America is my home now. I love both countries as well as the rest of the world. And it's really sad to see all those biases about China in America. I feel like driven by something inner that I have to speak out to bridge the difference. I have quite some American friends. They couldn't be better people, yet, though they want, most of them have never been around to see, to feel, to test out, to pitch in, and to understand the real China. At the same time, our media is filled with and choose for propaganda. Pride only leads to prejudice, and prejudice only leads to blind. In my childhood in China, America was described as the root of all evil, and only after I've been here that I see the lovely side of this great nation, and I believe I'm not alone. To those who would like to explore China, follow me and let's see what China has to offer. And to those who would like to explode China according to the art of war, you better not only know yourself but also your enemy. I want to start with an old idiom. To glimpse of a pencil through a tube, one can only see a spot. Through this video, I can only discuss a tiny segment, and I might be wrong, criticizing or welcome. Together, let's map the whole picture out. And I hope over time we could establish a platform of open communication and eventually reverse the idiom. See only a spot through a tube that we are able to tell it's a full pencil. With that being said, what is China? I bet it's not the only case. China, Zhongguo, means the country in the middle. The ancient Chinese believed that the sky was round while the earth was a square. And picture this in your mind: when you put a square in a big circle, they're gonna be a four edges left, right? So those are the oceans to the ancient Chinese. In the land close to the edge lived four kinds of barbarians. People lived in the middle undoubtedly are Chinese. Now let's look at the map of China. There's the grassland and deserts on the north and the mountains on the west, and the ocean on the south and east. But what's in the middle is a great plain, big enough to sustain all those population. And going out might be dangerous, and staying in, there's more than enough resources. Therefore, there's no ambition for Chinese to go out and explore the world. This national characteristic was shaped by this geographic reason, and this reason made China a farming civilization. Chinese tend to settle in a place and pass everything down without a change. And compared to Normans living in a constantly changing environment, like running out of grass, getting too cold during the Ice Age, etc. They have to move around and find better place in order to survive. And the cost of going out and exploring may be huge, but at least there is a hope. And if not, they may survive for a little while, but will be eventually wiped out. And in ancient times, all cultures were separated by oceans, mountains, rivers that they had to develop mostly through accumulated experience from them all. And during the age of sail, the Western culture with its intrinsic character of exploring finally completed the jigsaw of our Earth. And now that the planet is all connected, and modern technologies make this big ball a small village, and I believe, again, it's the era of Chinese culture rather than Western. I'm very neutral. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying they're different. And at this moment, Chinese culture applies better to the contemporary. And there's no doubt that by the time we encounter another cosmic civilization, when we have another big stage, the ocean of the whole universe to explore, the Western culture would bring us more benefits than the Chinese one. However, the lesson we need to learn right now is to cohabit with nature harmoniously instead of to conquer the nature like we used to do. The Earth had gone through way more harsh times. A storm, earthquake, tsunami is not gonna bother the Earth, but we human beings will be wiped out, just like the dinosaurs. And in order to play the show on, why don't we let go of the past and move forward hand in hand?